I want to acknowledge that we're between terminologies here in this multidisciplinary space, in this pre-record cloud place that is no place. We'd like to acknowledge, like Vitical, that we're exhuming bodies today, ideas of a particular body, that we're exhuming our dead ancestors from the particles of space. You do well, like Sun Ra, to acknowledge that space is the place. Meaning if Earth is reserved for only the fit body, if only the powerful fit, then maybe there's a place for all of us unfit bodies out there in space. I imagine there might be a place where the phenomenology of the body, of the lived body, that can be shown to provide compositional advantage. You'll have to forgive us. We're writers and we speak in terms of composition. We know by text. Can a body prime an imagination or grant epistemic privilege to the imagination? Of course. So, by extension, we're exhuming and we're creating. We're making flesh because we are flesh. And we're making spirit because we speak of a not now, a not here, a not me, a not you. Custodians, chancellor, waste management, president and vice chancellor, catering, rector, principal, pizza and alcohol delivery drivers, provost, TAs, vice provost, house cleaning, housing, faculty, esteemed drifters and servers, students, sessional instructors, tutors, TAs, presidential and vice president's academic. Security, parking, leaders of the sundry academies, research services, receptionists, IT, deans, assistant deans, Tim Hortons, Starbucks, department heads, counselors, friends. It is an honor to speak with you today. I would sing the academy, Bill's attendant, laid green eternal. Cross-cut lawns, stretching to the fence line, a place of mind. Let us be mindful of place. A place, for example, which has no agreement with the First Nations upon whose land this global thinking place does its thinking. It's globalizing. Let us be mindful then of where we step. I would sing so the private might be made public. So industries of knowledge might find a modern home. For in the postmodern, where nothing is fixed, but the game seems rigged, we've seen the decentering of ethics, the morality, the privatization of the academy, of thought itself. So even Nancy Olivieri would think twice about another university gig. I speak of longings, imaginings. Do not imagine that we're not distracted, that what is spoken here, advocated here, thought here is spoken almost only here. and not loudly here. Not enough spoken of this place. Don't imagine that here is not connected so greatly to out there. That there could even be a here without all the world, which makes this place, shapes it, pays for it in taxes. Pride tributes from the oppressed, whom we have sworn to guide, to lead out of the morass. Do not imagine we're not purposefully distracted. Our endless running for awards and honors, our ceaseless scribblings and debates, are not in part designed to contain us, to fix the gaze in such a manner that misery, fraud, war, real chaos lies cloaked in periphery. Do not imagine that all we do is good, or the millions of academics have yet to stem the tide of starving, frantic billions. Do not imagine the halls themselves are above scrutiny. Rather under it, with their cafeterias, exercise yards, and cells, we penal colonists. So too the suburbs, the condos, more so. Do not imagine the pay, the office, the silly gowns, the hats will in any way compensate for the growing mass of troubled and confused. Nor will such honors ease conscience vainglorious, as on that fateful day even we are stopped at the checkpoint, taken from coteries, epaulettes removed, very like a barrier. Do not imagine the state, the very one we help to build. Do not imagine it will love you, for in any great upheaval, the learned too are washed away down gulag drains. Treblinka trains, anonymous, vanish, forgot. Do not imagine the state will mourn you, and please do not imagine any passing over a great honor. For in its spiteful threshing, the state, or whatever it has become, does not erase our papers, our lecture notes, our very faces from the faculty photos. Why then our tenure is guaranteed. We will have long since failed to matter as bearers of the light of knowledge, and complicit be in torture, the snuffing of the light. Well, I speak as I was taught. We gather in these places for this very purpose, where the risk that power will take every September. Will we be swayed by position, money, office, or lacking these, swayed by desperation? Are we the moment when the wager falters, when lettered women and men begin to piecemeal construct a different sort of machine? Imagine your art, your gifts, this very heart, set to tasks fulfilling a bloodless reversal, speaking truth to power, advocating evidence-based policy, accountable government, the nurturing of community, phlogistic with hope's sweet light. Imagine, such as the strength of metaphor, what must be if we're not to prove ourselves lesser reruns of the falling empire. Imagine, please, not the tenure track, the corner office with the indoor flourishing tree, for in such stripped and impoverished soils, imaginings seem fruitless. Imagine the brutish, ignorant wheel borne down upon the child, your hand staying such murder. Imagine the terror in the single mother, the aged, the infirm, and the torch you bear to light their way. Imagine our own academy, flayed of pseudoscience, rid of untruth and horseshit. Imagine, if you can, beyond the fear of deadlines, rules, a place so mindful you're not breathless with anxiety, but with joy. I was overjoyed when my better angels said, "Go and join work parties, record worker songs, poetry. Seek and find the heart of Saturday night, that mythic dream of lust, death, creation, performance, collapse, bliss, worry, sorrow, plenty, scarcity, amity, and enmity, wherein much is revealed. Attend festivals, funerals, help build sculpture out of trash, erect communities with your epistemic partners, live with them as they live, brew kombucha, bake bread, babysit the kids, hike into the high alpine, cultivate rooms full of nervous seminar kids, grow your data sets, eyeless in Gaza, repeat a million Hubrick flaws, read your poems, rigor mortis, plug likewise parking meters, form a student strike, plant trees to make light, get the everlasting ink stains under your nails. These are your salad days. Drive the mountain pass with the grandkids of rum runners. Wreck a marriage. Break your arm. Swallow ayahuasca. Lies and half-truths. Get arrested. Fall in love. Again. Fall in love. In this voice are many voices. Among them the academy, the lay, the foregone, forsworn, and forgot. I was ecstatic, apotheotic, for the voice was ours. It is a pleasure to speak with you today. Can you fade it out there?